Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with Thailand-born jazz trumpeter Pongsakorn. He talked about his very impressive 2020 CD, Yes It Is, and Man Is It Ever. He was born in Bangkok, Thailand, and began playing the trumpet at the age of 11. From there he went on to school, and now he is in Austria learning and gigging. And these days he is busy with various projects with his own quintet to perform and tour around Europe and Thailand. Over the years, he has had the opportunities to work and perform with many artists and bands all over the world, and America is on his radar. So please get to know him and dig this interview, my friends. Thanks for taking a minute out for Neon Jazz, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
I love the album. Yes, it is. Wonderful recording.
Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet. I've been having a great time listening to it. So talk to me about what kind of your vision for this CD was.
This CD is a collaboration between me and my new group. This is my new quintet, and I got Jim Rotondi to be a producer on this one. If you're listening to my music, you're gonna feel and sense of the historical sound because I'm taking the influence from Cedar Walton, George Gables, David Constantine, Josh Coleman, Woody Shaw, and bring it to my music. And I try to present it in my own way for this one.
Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job of it, for sure.
Thank you for listening to it.
Thank you for making it. It's great music. You're from Thailand. Talk to me a little bit about how you got into playing an instrument and specifically jazz.
As you know, jazz scene in Thailand is not so big, but it's still going up, and by step, I was born in Thailand in 1992. I was the only one in my family to become a musician, and my family always supported me. When I was 10, I joined a marching band, and I played there until finished middle school. Then I decided to continue study classical trumpet in P-College program in the College of Music, Mahidol University. This is in Bangkok. So I studied classical for 3 years in high school. During at that time, I went to the CD store to explore the new stuff, and I found a jazz live recording, Art Farm recorded live at the Smithsonian, I think 1982. Yeah, hearing that recording really made me interested in jazz music because I wanted to know what was he playing. I wanted to know that. Then I started to study by listening, asking a professor in the college to teach me extra hours. And then I finished my high school with classical certificate. I decided to continue study a Bachelor of Music in Jazz Performance in the College of Music, Mahidol University, in the same school. And then when I graduated my Bachelor in Thailand, I tried to find a solution to continue study abroad. Of course, US is the first choice, but unfortunately, I could afford that much, So I looking for other places, and with a coincidence, I found Jim Rotondi. He posting on his Facebook about the admissions for his studio for upcoming semester in Austria. So I am a big fan of his before that, and I had no idea that he was teaching there. So I tried to research and apply for that admission. Is that where you're at right now? Yes. Wonderful. Have you been to America? Have you been over here to study or play at all? Actually, no, not yet. Yeah, not yet, you say, so that's good. I mean, I think the reception to your music and what you're delivering would be phenomenal. Thank you. You got your bachelor's degree, and clearly probably at that point you were vested in being a musician, but did you always feel like you were going to be an artist in your life and that you were going to be a professional musician? Definitely, yes. Yeah, I mean, I dream all my life to working on the music and try to deliver my music to audience. You've won a couple of awards. You won a Thailand trumpet competition. You won an international music competition in Tokyo. What do awards mean to you? Does it mean kind of a validation, or how does it make you feel? Actually, I think the competition mean nothing much to me because I think I try to challenge myself to know my limit, how much could I can do, So for me, it's like an experience to see new people and have some friends, make friends there more than competition. So I didn't think that competition is like the big thing for me. Yeah.
So what do you like best about being a musician? What's the greatest thing about being on stage?
I'm really happy every time that I've been on stage, making some new friends, play some music that I wrote, or share about my music to other musicians, and also listening to other guys playing, or they share my music. I mean, that's my happiness.
What was one of the first live jazz shows you ever saw that really inspired you?
That's a good question, because in Thailand, actually, we don't have much live jazz recording. So the first one, actually, I saw is this Thai people, and this is kind of my professor in Thailand. His name is Joe Darin. He's play on, and he's really great. That's really first impact me to interesting jazz. So that's why I went to explore some new stuff and buy a CD. So I found that recording Art Farmer that I told you from the beginning.
Musicians always have dreams of things that are going to come to them. What's your dream list of places you would love to play in America when you get over here?
I think my dream is, of course, I would love to show my music to the world. And if it's possible, I would like to touring with my band to the US, to around the world, to express my music as much as I could.
Why do you love jazz?
Actually, I have no question about this. Jazz is like a morning coffee that you could have it every day without boring. So you just wake up, so you need to listen to it. You need to stay with it. You need to live with it. So that's jazz. I have no words about why I love it.
I like that answer. Everyone has their perception of who they think you are. Your family, your friends, your fans. But you're living your life. Who do you think you are?
Wow. I think how to say, I like to be myself. Yeah.
Cool. You know, the one thing that's unique about interviewing musicians in other parts of the world, we kind of get, in America, we have a perception of how things might be going with jazz. So let me ask you this. How healthy do you think jazz is, like, internationally? You know, where you're at, what around you, do you feel like jazz is healthy?
Yes, I think jazz is like an international language. So doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can speak the same language. I think that's very easy. So you go to jam session, you ask for the tune, and they know. So I think that's very important, that you can make conversation by the music. You don't have even don't have to speak each other. That's very good things about jazz.
So if you could get into a time machine and go back and see any jazz musician, like a concert, and then talk to them after the show, who would it be? Where would you go? Who would you see?
First, I would go for my big influence, of course, Freddie Hubbard. I just want to see him live. That's it, that I really want. And talk to him, ask him personally a few questions that I would love to know. And the second one is Cedar Walton. He is like big influence of arranging chord changes and everything. If you listen to my music, you can hear the Cedar Walton sound. Most of them is in there. So I chose these two, like Freddie Hubbard and Cedar Walton.
Great choices. Wen, thank you for opening up. Thank you for taking some time out. Thanks for the music. And I look forward to seeing the headline when you do come to America and introduce your music live in the country.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate that again, Neon Jazz.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest cats in Austria, Thailand, New York City, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to Wen for his time, music, and stories. If you want to hear more interviews, go to Famous Interviews with Joe Domino in the iTunes Store. Visit neonjazz at youtube.com, and for everything Neon Jazz all the time, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends.
Neon Jazz.